Keep going.
So what are we gonna talk about?
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, let me do this real quick. Should have heard all that stuff. Open that up again. All right, hold up. Okay.
So what are we gonna talk about?
Beautiful. Oh, I just copied myself. That's hilarious. Okay. We should be good to go, bro. We should be good to go.
Let's hope my voice doesn't overlap.
Right. It should be fine. Hopefully, it should be fine. But okay, so yes, on the agenda tonight, we got reviewing your text debate with someone on was this TikTok person or Twitter?
It's on Discord, but he's a TikTok debater or something like that.
Gotcha.
Like, we were debating on Meliodas versus Naruto or the Narutoverse or something like that. And Persky just was not tracking the argument.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hilarious. You'll see. Like we ended up having no AP Naruto versus a questionable high universal Meliodas. Well, it wasn't questionable. I think the scans were just visual evidence, but Broski was chatting about shit. Like, he was just not understanding. he was coming up with like these red herrings and that, really just grasping at straws.
Got you. Yep. Hey, I can believe it.
It was mad annoying.
Yeah, that is literally. I want to say, 85% of my interactions are people using headcanon, making things up entirely, or grasping at straws to form a coherent argument. Not 85%, definitely.
It was just mad annoying. Which is why I hate doing tech. I always like doing what's it called? Voice.
Yeah, voice chat.
Voice calls or voice messages.
Got you. All right, is there a way we can actually see it on your side though, or will I have to present it? Because I could do that too.
It'll probably be easier.
Wait,
if you present it.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second. Kai said he can't hear me. Yeah, give me. Sorry, 1 second. Let me see real quick. He said he can't hear me.
Always not doing. What's it called? Voice.
Yeah, voice chat.
Voice calls.
Kai, how can you not hear me? I hear myself perfectly fine. Alright, is there a way we can actually see it on your side? You can't hear me, Kai? All right, Leah, let's try and get it started. So, do you just kind of tag me in the conversation, or?
Actually, I think I'll be able to share my screen.
Got you. Can't hear you, and there's a lag.
Can you hear me?
No, I'm sorry. I was reading, bro. I was reading. You're good. Yeah.
I bet. Let me see.
Oh my gosh.
Can you see my screen?
It's paused right now. Yep. Let me zoom in.
I can send you the screenshots to you, and then you can present it.
Say it again. It kind of cut out for me.
I said, if it doesn't work well on your live stream, I can send you the screenshots, and then you can present it.
Gotcha. Yeah, sure, that'll work.
So what did you say?
I said, yeah, that'll work. Mm-hmm.
So should we do that, or?
Oh no, we can try it on yours first. If it doesn't work, you can definitely send them over. Yeah, let's see, because I want to see.
Mine?
Let me give it some time. Yes, I can. Let me try and click on that real quick. Yes, I can. We're good. Minato 08135. Yep, I see him. All right, hold on. Hold on, because this is already funny. All right, so what we have here, guys, is good brother Nirvana Ignil got into a text debate with a Naruto person, and the debate is Meliodas versus Naruto. All right, here we go. Minato, you said Meliodas beats Naruto. We can debate on that. Sure, we can debate. Do you do VC? No, I do text. See, and that's the thing, bro. Like, I swear to God, Ig, all these fucking kids are afraid to talk and use their actual voice. I swear to God.
Yeah, bro.
It's so weird to me, too.
The majority of them just say, nah, text.
Yeah, and bro, like, it's weird because it's like, you understand the most effective way to communicate is actually talk to the person that you're debating, right? Like, why would we text where things can get misconstrued? Yeah, all that stuff. Okay, cool. So, no, I do not text. Will it be fine if I send VM? I don't understand by VM, voice message. The debate by voice message, or you're just going to tell me something? Not the whole debate, but I don't mind if you don't want to send a VM. I will. You can do text. Okay, gotcha. All right, hold up. We still can't hear you, bro. Hey, Kai, can you not hear me? Or you can't hear Ig, bro? Hold on, let me see. All right. Okay. Sorry, bro. He's saying he still can't hear one of us. I don't know who he's talking about, though.
Is it for all of them, or is it just for him?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
If it's just for him, then sacrifices have to be made.
Like shit. He says can't hear Ab-Stract. I mostly avoid VC debate. Okay, so yeah, Kai, leave and come back. Hey, Shinigami, can you hear me, bro? Ursa, can you hear me?
Can you hear me too?
I think they can hear you. He said he couldn't hear me, so you should be fine. Yeah, he might just have to leave and come back. Can't hear Ab. I mostly avoid VC debate in a space where I know I have the disadvantage at. I can agree to that. I'll say this, Shinigami. When it comes to VC debates, and it's like fucking 15 Naruto guys and only one person supporting the chat, I'm just not going to have the conversation because at that point I already know there's going to be too much D-ride and there's going to be too much support on the other side. Nah, I like it one-on-one, me and you talk. Yeah. I can hear you. Okay, cool. Ursa can hear me. She can hear us both. Okay, yeah. So Kai, come in.
Gang.
Yeah. Yeah, Kai, leave and come back, bro. Yeah, hello. No, I can't hear you guys. That's why I'm replying to both. All right, hey, we're good, bro. We're good. All right, so yeah, you said Meliodas beats Naruto. We can debate that. Sure, we can debate. Yeah, that's right. The debate by voice message, or you're just going to tell me something. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. What we got next? Let me move my head out the way, too, real quickly. Oh, can I move that or no?
Okay.
Oh, you can. Okay, yeah. Perfect. All right. Not to hold debate, but I don't mind if you. Okay, I already read that. Yeah. Low multi. Wait, go up real quick. All right. So how strong is Naruto and why? Low multi, because Kaguya's ETSO can destroy the universe stated in the data book, and it destroys and remakes at the same time, meaning it's low multiversal. You're there, right? Yeah, I'm here. I was just taking a piss. And Seven Deadly Sins is planetary. Of course it is. Prove to me that Kaguya scales to the ETSO, and prove to me that the TSO was going to blow up the dimension, and also prove that her dimension is uni in size for you to say the ETSO is low multi. That isn't for you to decide as far as the reply to the Seven Deadly Sins being planetary. That's a fact. Okay. Minato says, instead of going to do that, instead of going through all that process, I can simply show you better version of the feat. Okay, hold up. And it says, and the chakra that was gathered is running wild. I have no idea how this lets him verify the feat, but okay. Inside the collapsing different dimension, Sora ran at full speed, carrying the two on its back, skillfully avoiding the countless falling debris. With a deafening roar, a light that bleached everything, White pursued the three in Niue from behind. This was the biggest and final collapse phenomena, where the space itself exploded. So, what is this, from the filler or something of Boruto? Or did this really happen? This is like, oh my gosh, all right. Okay, so, yo, bro, come on. In the Niue arc, pure chakra blows a dimension which has a sun. Okay, how is that universal? How big is the dimension? And how is that universal? Universal. So he says the dimension is universal. Ig says prove it. And also, this isn't canon material, as this doesn't happen in the manga. Actually, first prove it's canon to the manga. Yeah, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Prove it's canon to the manga first. Okay. It's novelized and canonized. Plus, it's an official Shueisha Boruto timeline. Okay. Sure. If you accept that, that's fine, but no. This can be for the anime only. Also, by the way, having a timeline doesn't mean it's canon. It can just make it easier for viewers to know the order to watch the show. Nor are the novels canon, as one of the authors says that only the manga is the true story. Has the author ever made it canon? And there's that part too, right? The fact that we can even talk about the anime being canon unto the anime itself. Canon doesn't just mean a part of the main continuity. It just means it has its own timeline, story, and frame of reference for what's going on. So you could even say that, bro. I don't know where people are getting this shit from. All right. Minato says they didn't include non-novelized or non-manga material filler arcs in the timeline. So it's not anime timeline. What? Hold on. Let me read that again. He said they didn't include non-novelized or non-manga material filler arcs in. Wait, so they didn't include non-manga? Okay.
What are you actually talking about?
Yeah. Okay, sure. Shueisha is the owner. It made it canon. Why would they add filler arcs? LOL. It isn't anime canon. It's also compared with the real universe. To be able to see through the flow of chakra even across worlds. Is this the power of Boruto's eye or merely a part of it? Either way, it makes sense that that person would. This is like the most insane way to scale fucking people. And this is my biggest thing with Naruto, bro. They take these roundabout ways to scale their characters. It's so annoying. All right.
It's
insane.
If you were to do that,
yeah.
If you were to use that line of logic with any verse, you could get a lot of things like universal.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. All right.
You get Deku to Outerversal. Some like, conceptual manipulation or whatever.
Like shit. Ig says, no, they have the right to publish the work, but it can only be canon by the author who writes the story, LOL. There are also many things in the anime which the manga contradicts. Minato says, you're coping. It's a literal timeline. Provide evidence of it being simple anime explanation. This is irrelevant right now. Yeah, see, like, you got to do all this goofy stuff to get your character past. Oh, man. Got to put out points while waiting for you to reply. Yeah, and timeline don't make shit canon, lol. There's a timeline for filler episodes in a lot of animes like Bleach and Naruto. That doesn't mean just because it can fit in the timeline doesn't mean it's now canon. Exactly. And stated by the author or implied when I do my scaling, I'll show you how to prove something is canon. There you go. Fair enough to the point of him posting while replying to you. Cool. You're putting your definition of canon to debunk what it literally is what he should say. What it literally is. Yeah, what it literally is. Okay. The owner puts a timeline means it is canon. Means it is a canon timeline. No, not really, as canon in power scaling context is different from what we would usually use it for. And see, that's a whole nother conversation. Canon to power scaling, right? Because if you remember, I even did that one screen where it's like, the Boruto novelization has fucking 4 iterations. It has the movie, it has the manga, it has the novel, and it has the anime. Which one is canon? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, what are we talking about? So, yeah, like...
Yeah, that's what I used in on Outerversal, Ichigo that you reacted to a while ago.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, that's where that came from. I remember now. Nice, good shit. So yeah, like, and this is the thing with like we as power scalers, and I gotta say we loosely because everyone that like talks about a character isn't a power scaler. So yeah, people gotta be careful about the shit they just put out there, bro. Okay, he says. You're putting your definition of canon to debunk what it literally is. The owner puts a timeline means it is canon timeline. Not really, as canon in power scaling context is different from what we would usually use it for. Facts. The owner, i.e. the actual author, didn't make this. Another fact. Saying something that is novelized, anime canon, and timeline isn't canon, lol. Yeah, because it's not canon to the fucking manga, because it didn't happen in the manga. All right, the publisher has no right to make shit canon. Yeah. Or at least like there's no statements even confirming it is canon to the manga, right? Even that would help, but that doesn't even have that. The publisher has no right to make shit canon with the author saying it is. Facts. I don't view the novels or anime as canon, but separate continuity due to the many contradictions to the story. If we say they are all canon. Facts. Facts. And they will crucify you for that. Minato says, I swear to God they will, bro. They'll fight up because like they need these several mediums to suit their agenda scaling. That's what they need, bro. Like I'd be fine if a nigga stuck with one medium. If you want to just use the anime, then fine. Just use the anime, but don't use anything from the manga either. Just pick one. Like at least that would give you more credibility in my eyes, at least. Okay.
Unless it's like stated that they're all canon.
Yeah, and I wouldn't discredit that. Like, no contradiction. Exactly, bro. If it said that, I wouldn't discredit it. We could probably talk about that. Okay. Minato says the owner decides canon. One of them is the original author's work, but they can also choose to add other things as canon if they want because they have the property. It's so simple. All this because Yeah, and the author is the owner, not the publisher. Facts. No, Shonen Jump manga aren't owned by the authors. It's owned by the magazines, except some like Hunter x Hunter and One Punch Man. So you're wrong. We can move on to other scaling because you're just coping. Favorite word, I swear to God. I'm saying the authors own the manga. They made the Shonen Jump. Oh yeah, I'm saying the authors own the manga they made, and Shonen Jump is the publisher. The author makes the story, and the Shonen publishes it globally. They can't make or change what is canon because they aren't a writer of the story. Exactly. They can only add their own iterations of whatever comes out that is not the manga. They can't make something canon, though, just because they put it out there. That's not how it works. Yeah. So Minato says, no, other people can add to the story. No, other people can add to the story. So the story is not monopolized by the original author. The owner is what decides the stories you think. Like, what? Like, bro, come on, bro. This is crazy. So I don't care if they made a timeline in which they think the story takes place. Facts. If the author doesn't say it is canon, then it is not. I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand. Like, who other than the author?
They have to make it canon, bro.
Yeah.
They need it canon so that their gender scaling can be somewhat relevant.
Yeah. Okay. The magazine can literally fire the author from drawing the story, buddy. and that would put an end to the story. That wouldn't suddenly make the things that the publishers want canon. That's not what that would do. So I don't know why he even brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is the author, not the publisher. Right. They have the authority to decide who writes the story. So they are the story. They are canon. Get it, LOL? They are canon is crazy. They are canon is crazy. That's wild. All right. Ig says, yeah, because they pay the authors to make their stories, and if it's good enough, they will publish it. The authors don't own the agency, LOL. AO, of course they can get. Is that of course? Oh, okay. Of course they can get fired, right? Oh, so of course they can get fired. I got you. Minato says, I'm not saying they get fired along with the manga. You can't track. I said the author can be changed. The author is expendable to the story. Okay. So that's kind of where my knowledge ends. I don't know how true that is. I guess that I don't know about all that.
Yeah, we'll get into it. Yeah, soon.
Gotcha. The publisher cannot tell the authors how to write their story and what they need to do. That's true. They can make suggestions. They can give advice and add-ons, but they can't tell the goddamn mangaka how the story is going to be written. They can influence it to some degree, maybe, but like no. And even then, I think the most they can really do is change how things are animated or how movies are done. They're not like fucking with the manga. Yeah, bro.
Or the art.
Or the art.
Not good enough for that.
Exactly. Like when that shit says original work by Taite Kubo, best believe Kubo put pen to fucking pad when he did all that shit. This is no.
Yeah, exactly.
No publisher had his hand in this. So yeah. Okay. Where was I? Okay, yeah. They literally can. The editor is giving freedom to the author, but if the magazine decides not to go that route, the author can't force them to. With the anime. See, he needs to start providing evidence for this stuff. He can't just say this stuff. Like, I need an article. I need some precedents.
Which is why I'm not also presenting evidence.
Yeah, like, if we're just going to...
That is brought up with no evidence can be refuted with no evidence.
No, exactly. You're doing everything right, but I'm saying like because his whole argument hinges on this point, right? That everything that is published is canon. Well, my nigga, if that is your sole point, if that is the foundation for your claim, you better start dropping some facts, or else this is just going to go back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, if the author of the story agrees with it, i.e. Kishimoto didn't write most of Boruto, and he let his co-author do it before stepping in again. Right. Even if he disagrees, if Shueisha wants, they will do whatever they want. So let's move on. Good. Even if I downgrade the feat to solar system, from what's shown, that would still be way higher than 70s as their planetary. Okay. No, they can't, LOL. I just searched it up to check if they can. What part did you search up?
I searched up fucking what's it called again?
If they could go a different direction from the mangaka? That part?
I think it was if the author agrees to find a replacement for the author of the story. Let's say Kishimoto wrote Naruto. He can give them the right to change authors. Wants a break and wants somebody else to take his lead or whatever.
Okay.
If the author says no, they're canceling the manga.
Gotcha.
They can't.
They can't go on without him, basically, right?
Because, the author is the owner of their... If Shueisha gets somebody to replace an author that never gave them the okay, they can't sue the company.
And that makes total sense because the manga is their original work. So that makes perfect sense. Okay. So he says, oh yeah, where were we at? Okay. Okay, go up a little bit. I don't think I read that first half. Okay, yeah. No, they can't. Just search it up, LL, just to check. Yeah. Sure. So assuming that is canon, can you prove it is uni size? Your ignorance is loud, LOL. If you search, they can. But let's move on. I'm downscaling 7Ds because... Oh, okay. I'm downscaling 7Ds. Go up a little bit. There you go. I'm downscaling 7Ds. This is Meliodas versus Naruto, and not is Naruto uni debate. I mean, your whole premise just literally stood on...
Like, you have to argue that
like, he gonna go back and forth with you for 20 minutes to say this is not if Naruto is uni debate. This is Naruto. Like, bro, don't act like I just made us go down this rabbit hole. This was you. That's crazy to me. Bruh, that is the same shit.
It's just a real person.
Come on, bro. That is the same shit they be doing in them Twitter debates I be getting into. It's like, no, I didn't make us go down this road of insanity. This was your doing. You said this and stated it without proof. All right. Anyways, like shit, bro. Okay. Naruto and it's not Naruto uni debate. Okay, cool. So I easily get Naruto to Solar. You can't do that with 7Ds. Scale 7Ds. You're taking your time. It's gonna look like you're ducking. Taking a piss twice is crazy. LOL. Where did bro go? Scared ash. Niggas, I swear, niggas don't got jobs. That's.
I know.
So now
this is a child.
Yeah, if you were if you were away from the phone for more than 5 minutes, you ducking. Crazy. Bruh, it literally says based on circumstances, i.e., death of the OG author, health issues, author's consent. But sure, let me move on. Let's move on. Okay, can Shueisha fire Kishimoto? See, that's a straw man argument. No one said Shueisha can't fire Kishimoto. No one said that. That's a straw man argument. Yes, a publishing company like Shueisha can fire a mangaka artist such as Masashi Kishimoto, and mangaka typically work. Let me read the whole thing just so chat can get that.
Yeah.
Oh, just go up a little bit, just a tiny bit. Right there, yeah. Yes, mangaka typically work under contracts and are not tenured employees with indefinite job security. While Masashi Kishimoto is the original creator, the owner of Naruto Concept, Shueisha owns the publishing rights to the works serialized in their magazines. Cool. Giving them significant control over the series, dictation, and the author's employment status with the company. Yes. So, I mean, even all... Yeah. Yeah. Bro, you haven't been able to get him to uni. And you can't scale them 7Ds to planetary. Nah, you're not the only person I talk to on Discord. I'm in multiple. Yeah.
It's kind of weird because he said that he scales them to planetary.
Oh, he said that in the beginning?
Yeah. He says they're planetary at best.
I would say, but you already conceded they're planetary. Like, right, yeah, you already conceded they're planetary. I ain't got to do nothing. That was your concession. Like, what?
But now telling them we're not plays, we hasn't been able to actually scale them.
Yeah, no. Get a proper debate or I'm out. You're making excuses to duck arguments. Like, how do you talk for this long and don't bring up an actual feat, don't bring up any calcs, don't bring up any scaling, and then say you're ducking? That, like, oh my God, man.
Bro, I was busy doing my thing.
Yeah.
I was out having fun. He wanted to debate me out of nowhere.
Yeah. I
kept playing pool with one of my boys.
Like shit. But do finish your AP scaling before I start my AP scaling. When I get you, you will run and say you're in a different server. LOL. Embarrassing. Laugh my ass off. It ain't ducking. See, and the crazy thing is, bro, he can say all this shit, but he didn't want to mic up and do VC. He can't say shit to you, bro.
Nah.
He can't say a damn thing to you.
Nah.
What's so embarrassing? Never mind. It ain't relevant. So yeah, I would assume if you go a long time without responding, you concede. Anyway, 7Ds is fraud verse. Laugh my ass off. That's retarded. LOL. If I'm busy doing something, if I have a job, if I have a family, if I have a life, you can wait till we're both on Discord again. Facts. This is a text debate, so everything is recorded. But stop ducking and prove your claims for Naruto being solar system to universal. He still hasn't. He has yet to prove that at all. Yeah, when you're going out twice already, that's when it becomes ducking. And so this is how you know he can't scale for shit. He's focused on. He's focused on the wrong fucking things here. If he actually had a solid scale, he would stop all this deflecting and just make his fucking point.
Yeah.
All right, I already proved he's at least solar, which is way higher. And when did he prove that? Hey, chat, did y'all see him prove Naruto is solar in any of this? I know I've been reading, but I haven't seen anything that got Naruto to solar. If you can't even get them planetary, what's the point of Naruto being uni or not? LOL. No LOL. It's me doing other things while I wait for you. Okay, so your character has no AP. Cool. Facts. I prove solar as the image shows a sun ray in the dimension. LOL. What? A sun ray in the dimension? Oh my god. Hey yo, Iggy. Iggy, I might have blocked him, bro. I might have blocked him right after that. You can't be serious. Oh my gosh. Okay. That can just be natural light of the dimension. It doesn't mean it has a sun, LOL. Not only that, but you would have to prove said light source is an actual sun. Unless there's another image showing a sunrise or set or the sun. Or how about proving that even if that was a fucking creation feat, kind of like how Sage just said, prove they can put that AP into any given attack. Show me that. Like, what the fuck? What is wrong with these people? Okay, let's pause it here. And when Naruto gets a chance, we'll continue. I don't know why he said Naruto gets a chance, but okay. Let's pause the Naruto side. I mean, not the debate. Look at Kaguya's lava dimension. It has no sun, yet it has light. Look at Kamiba dimension. It has no light. It has light, yet no sun. Facts. Oh, I see. Okay, I'll do my scaling then. But so far, Naruto has no AP. I'll start with infinite 4D 70s, and I'll wait and see if you can get Naruto that high. Infinite 4D? Yeah. As an infinite power scaling their system? No, infinite power would be infinite 3D power. I'm saying infinite 4D. That's not on the tier system. I'm guessing complex universal. Infinite 4D power would just be equivalent to multiversal plus if you're using versus Battle Wiki. No. Infinite is high uni. Are you new to scaling, bro? Yikes. High uni is infinite 3D, not 4D. No. Okay, so high uni on the 4D plane? Yeah, pretty much. Name a uni feat in 7Ds. 7 deadly sins.
You want to listen to the recording?
Of course. Play that joint.
The audio is pretty bad.
Spin that joint.
So you should be able to hear it.
Got you.
So Chaos created a infinite dimension that is a separate space-time dimension, which is actually kind of confirmed in the manga, and it's stated to be infinite. So that's high uni. Well, not high uni. It's more so infinite 4D.
Did you hear that?
Yep, we all heard it. Cool. Okay, so Chaos essentially created an infinite dimension within 7 deadly sins. Wait, go up just a little bit. Let me make sure. Right there, yeah. Okay. I would love to see scans of it being infinite, or that it's the dimension itself he created, because what he creates is the Camelot, which is the land he takes from real world. Interesting. Okay. No, this isn't Camelot. It's the Lady of the Lac. I'll send you the scan.
Lake.
Oh, Lady of the Lake. Okay. Also, that would only be high uni, not infinite 4D. So if it's high uni, then it's still higher than what he got Naruto. At least provably, because he hasn't gotten Naruto anywhere. So that's hilarious. But okay. He's already conceded again. All right.
This is the scan.
Gotcha. Okay. In fact, this isn't water at all. It is magic. It is magic force itself made visible by the sheer density of it. This lake is a massive storehouse of magic, one created by chaos itself. Okay. Going to drink up this entire damn lake. No, you fool. Are you trying to die? His thoughts are flowing into my head. It can't be. He wants to ingest me in my infinite magic force. That's simply impossible. Oh, wow. You possess the great... Yep, go ahead.
This is the next one.
Okay, got you. You possess the greatest of power, and I store infinite magic force within me. Whoa, okay. Okay. If we ever become one, but listen to me delude myself. Okay. Stop giving me that crap. I called it a delusion, didn't I? I know how impossible that is. Okay, wait, so who is this girl? Who is this person?
So this is the Lady of the Lake, which, as shown, was created by chaos, the entire dimension that she resides in.
Okay.
And pretty much he did it on a whim.
Okay, interesting. So
That's all.
you said she was created by chaos as well?
Yeah, she ate the infinite magic lake.
She is okay. So she is the like personification of the infinite magic lake. That's
Yeah.
her. Okay.
Wherever that lake is, she can appear. Like that water, well, it's not water, it's just magic. Wherever her magic water is, she can manifest. But she's tied to the lake. She can't leave that place, literally.
Gotcha. All right. Is this animated yet? Is all this animated already?
No, this will probably be in like season 4 or 5 of Four Nights of the Apocalypse.
Okay, gotcha. Because I was thinking, like, I might gotta spin 7 Deadly Sins real quick. But all right. In fact, I'll probably still do that because I meant to actually review that again. But okay, the time in this dimension is not the same as the main dimension. All right, chaos creation does not scale anywhere. Chaos doesn't flow. Chaos doesn't follow Newton's third law, so creation scaling doesn't work. Wait. Chaos scaling. Hold up, man. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. So can we go back and talk about Kaguya then? Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this, bro? Yo. This guy, chaos creation does not scale anywhere. Chaos doesn't follow Newton's third law. So creation scaling doesn't, listen, personally, I don't scale like this, right? But if the floodgates are fucking open, bro, God damn it, they're open, right?
Yeah.
I can't, man. Okay. That doesn't prove higher dimensionality. You're taking too long to respond. Say something, bro. Yes, it does. LOL. As it takes more energy to create something than to destroy. And also, by the way, Calf notes that with chaos power, he can destroy everything with a form, which space-time is a form. Also in 7 Deadly Sins, creation scales to you as evident in this show, i.e., Tarmiel, and Sariel created a dimension, and Esterosa states he will destroy it to escape, but he wasn't strong enough until he absorbed a commandment. And then Tarmiel states that he would need to be as strong. He would need to be as strong as them. Is that what that's part saying?
Someone says, yeah.
Okay.
As strong as them.
Okay, yeah, he would need to be as strong as them in individual. Okay, he would need to be as strong as them as an individual. But even with that, Tarmiel and Sariel both individually one-shot Esteros. Okay, so wait, does that happen in the main, does that happen in the main 7 Deadly Sins storyline? Or is that new stuff?
Yes.
Okay, because I do, those are the, those two guys are the guys that trained Meliodas and his brother, right?
No. They're archangels.
Oh. Oh yeah. That's right.
For archangels group.
Yeah.
Cusack is the one that trained Meliodas for the most part.
Yeah.
And Chandler.
Yeah.
Outerversal trained Zoldris, and Chandler's trained Meliodas.
That's right. Yeah, one of them has like a mustache and the other one's kind of fat. I remember that. Okay.
And then
Yeah.
when he like turns it up, he gets like this big ass bowl.
Got you.
Muscles a bit.
Got you. Rev says Newton is cracking up in his grave. Hey yo, the amount of people that abuse Newton's third law, bro, I swear to God, the amount of people that abuse Newton's third law is so overwhelmingly annoying. It makes me like, anytime it's mentioned within the confines of anime, it makes me want to shut down the entire conversation because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about when we talk about Newton's third law. Like, niggas just say it to sound good. Oh, this should defeat his argument because it's not having an equal and opposite reaction. It's not carrying the same conservation of mass. You do realize 99% of anime doesn't follow Newton's third law, right? You do realize that, right? Like, if we had to start implementing Newton's third law in everything, Naruto definitely wouldn't be above massively hypersonic. I mean, I don't have him there anyway. I mean, as far as light speed and stuff, right? But there'd be no way you could get him there because Newton's third law. Energy conservation. He can't travel that fucking fast because he doesn't have that much energy to travel that fast. Like, it just gets so annoying, bro. I swear to God. It just gets so annoying. But, hey. Yeah, people going to do what they going to do. Right. Okay. Yeah, it takes time to type. LOL. If you watch the show, they literally state chaos is a paradox. It doesn't follow the real world. It's a contradiction. It can't be scaled with Newton's... It can't be scaled with Newton's third law, LOL. Very easy debunks right now. It's different space-time, not transcendental. That doesn't take away the feat of him creating the dimension, and if we want to go that route, I would say he is Outerversal following the character stats, a profile tier for Outer. What are the character profile stats for Outer, anyway? If you remember.
You want to search it?
Yeah. What is it? VSB?
Well, I think I showed the link in here. It's just further down.
Okay, gotcha. Let me zoom back in real quick.
Let me check. Oh, let me pull it up.
I will engage the chat for a while. Hey, yo, how y'all feeling about this debate? Is Minato not saying some crazy stuff right now? What's up, Chaos? I can hear the black cosmic dome now. Good man, guy. I knew you'd figure it out, bro. Yo, the fuck is chat and Kagi up like this? LOL. I swear I was in a debate with the same person, but with a different name. You probably were, bro. You know these kids make like 50,000 Smurf accounts. They debate like a hive mind. True. They can take multiple hours to respond, but God forbid you take 2 minutes to respond. Yeah. Yeah. Like the benefit, like Ig said, the benefit of text debate is that everything is saved. But God damn it, I have a life, bro. Got family.
Yeah.
Got to work out. Got to make content. I'm not going to respond to you on your time. No, it'll be when I'm ready to respond. What is you talking about?
Yeah, especially when you're the one that wanted to debate me.
Right. You came in my mentions asking about debate me. I ain't see you. Whenever someone says, yep. Okay, here we go. Nice. So again, now I know in the future, bro, whenever we collab again, and I guess this will be with anyone, don't use headphones because it fucks up the live. Yeah. No headphones.
My headphones work on my when I do live streams with Abyss, but I forgot how to do it.
Yeah.
Since it's been like since I've live streamed on my account.
Got you. Got you.
So this is for Outer.
Okay, cool. I see it. Yep. All right. Characters that have no dimensional limitations and are beyond scientific definition. Where does this come from? What is this? What website is this?
This is character stats and profiles Wiki's tiering system.
Character stats.
It's pretty much the exact same as versus Battle Wiki.
Okay.
But character stats and profiles tiering system for outer and higher is a lot higher than what versus the standard for Outerversal, which they still use dimensionality scale.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So we have 1A Outerversal level. Characters that have no dimensional limitations and are beyond scientific definition. Therefore, essentially, these are characters or objects with power beyond any number of dimensions, even if those numbers are infinitely large or are considered a higher infinity compared to others. Characters at this scale are often portrayed as being metaphysical in some sense, but that is not a strict necessity. Yeah. Nor does being metaphysical or possessing metaphysical qualities necessitate that a character must be at this or any particular level of strength. Very interesting. Okay. This category is separated in the following manner. Outerverse level, which is characters that are transcendent to dimensionality, as well as characters capable of significantly affecting things that transcend dimensionality. And high Outerverse level, characters that dwarf other things that fit the definition of Outerverse level to the same extent that an Outerverse level character dwarfs anything below their tier, as well as characters capable of significantly affecting things at this scale. Yeah, that's a lot. Damn.
And then there's this. Hang on. Oh shit! No. I lost. There we go.
Hey, what's good, Maxie? Maxie, how you doing, bro? Nice to see you.
And then there's you have multiple types of trans duality, which is type 1, type 2.
Yeah.
And I would normally say that chaos would be type 3.
Type 3, okay. A state of being which is qualitatively beyond the nature of even the distinction between general transduality and general non-duality. Characters of this type of transduality are generally depicted as being both within and without dual systems. Where do you find these things, bro? All right.
I did my research.
Yeah, man, I see, bro. Shit. All right. Where was I? Yeah, characters of this type of transduality are generally depicted as being both within and without dual systems, effectively combining the traits of non-duality and transduality, and existing in a manner analogous to many valued logic systems, in which a character's truth value.
I'll show that to you.
Yeah, this is so like. For me, just personally, for me, this goes way out of the scope for what like I would be into, just because it's like. For like after a certain point, bro, I'm like, all right, he got it. If you got him there, bro, I can't even argue. Can't even argue that shit. You got it. Okay. Yeah. And non-existing in manner analogous to many valued logic systems, in which a character's truth value is considered to be simultaneously be true, false, and outside the division between true and false for any given dual system. Yeah, that's correct. So basically, Schrodinger's cat both is there and is not there and is there at the same time and is not there at the same time and is all possible possibilities at the same time.
I think this is it. Read this.
Gotcha. Give me 1 second. I should have bought more snacks tonight is what I should have did. All right. Okay. Many valued logic, also multi or multiple valued logic, is a proposition of calculus in which there are more than two truth values. Traditionally, in Aristotle's logic calculus, there were only two possible values, i.e., true and false. For any proposition, classical two-valued logic may be extended to n-valued logic for n greater than 2. Those most popular in the literature are three-valued. I don't even know what that is. That an L or a K? What is that? Luca Lucas I can't. Yo, it's not every day I come across a word I've never fucking seen before, let alone can read. Lukasiewicz. Sounds Lukasiewicz and Kleintz, which accept the values true, false, and unknown. 4 valued, 9 valued, and finite valued. Finitely may valued, with more than 3 values, and the infinite valued, infinitely many valued. Okay, such as fuzzy logic. Okay. Let me read that again. And chat, read that to yourself because I have to like internally read this shit to process it. Give me a second. Maybe logic is a propositional calculus in which there are more than 2 true values. Okay. 2 possibles, right? True and false. Classical 2-valued logic. Okay, so I'd have to understand what classical 2-valued logic is to understand n-valued logic. Okay. Hey, yo, actually, you want to send that to me, bro?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that. That sounds interesting because I like logic tables and truth tables. That just sounds interesting. I'll take a look at that shit.
The truth value.
Nice. All right. In logic and mathematics, a truth value, sometimes called a logical value, is a value indicating the relation of a proposition to truth, which in classical logic has only two possible truths, 2 possible values, true or false. Truth values are used in computing as well as various types of logic. Okay, gotcha.
So that's essentially, it's essentially what they're breaking down is just a contradiction.
Yeah.
A true contradiction. Which something being both, I don't know, let's say a moon, but also a sun or whatever, and both of those are true. It's kind of like Ichibe's, what's it called? Ichibe's Bankai. But like it's a blade, but also a brush.
Gotcha.
And both of those are true, which would be a contradiction.
Gotcha.
True contradiction.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So essentially, that's what they're pretty much breaking down, which is to make the reality.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have type 3. Oh, you want me to read out?
I'm just going back to Discord.
Okay. That.
So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, let's see. What was the last thing I was at? That doesn't take away from the feat of him creating dimension. Yeah, but space-time is general. Okay, yeah, I'll start at the beginning again. It's different space-time, not transcendental. That doesn't take away from the feat of him creating the dimension. And if you want to go that route, I would say he is Outerversal, following the character stats profile tier for Outer, right? Yeah, but the feat doesn't scale anywhere, lol. Space-time in general is 4D, and 5D would be 4D space plus 1D time, right? Then you say how? Minato says, you said it's different. You didn't provide transcendence logic. Ig says, he created a space-time of infinite size. Oh my god, do I need to pull up the tiering system for you? Minato says, you can't track. Creation scaling is based on rules of real world. Okay, real world, which does not apply to chaos. Okay. We can stop right there. Like, we're gonna finish the conversation, but we can stop right there. He said creation scaling is based off of real world shit. He said that. He actually said that just now. He actually said that. That's crazy. Show him, ask him right now. I need you to reply to that comment and say, show me a creation feat in real life and tell me where it scales. IRL. Niggas just say anything, bro. Swear to God, niggas just say anything. That's crazy. All right, anyways, you just said the space-time is different. Ig says, no, not really, as creation in this context is impossible. I like that. Okay. Ig says, all right, I'll pull up the tiering system for you since you don't know what 4D is. Buddy, what? You have to show it transcends a spatial axis for it to be higher dimensional. Oh, and it seems you ignore the fact that in 7 Deadly Sins, you scale to your creation. Okay. Yeah, that's in the mana side, not chaos. Okay, does chaos not use mana? Or how's that work?
The mana doesn't exist in 7 Deadly Sins. It's just magic. Such thing as mana.
Okay, so he just made that up. Because, hey, yo, real quick, bro, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I've never heard anyone refer to magic as mana. I've never heard that in 7 Deadly Sins. Mind you, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Only in like Black Clover, bro.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I've never heard that, so I don't, shit. Okay, cool. So he just made that up. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Buddy, what? You have to show Shinzen. Okay. Mind you, that's in the mana side, not chaos. That's crazy. No 4D space and 4D IE space time. No, 4D space and IE. No, I'm sorry. No 4D space and 4D IE space time is still the same. I didn't argue that they have 4D existence, but 4D power. Okay. Okay. You're claiming things, you're not proving them. You're claiming things, you're not proving them. Okay, cool. And we have high universal level, high 3A, high universal level. Characters are objects that demonstrate an infinite amount of energy on a 3D scale, such as creating or destroying infinite mass or affecting an infinite 3D space. This extends to an infinite number of finite or infinite sized 3D universes or pocket dimensions. So yeah, this is what I can easily comprehend, makes it very easy, very simple. Okay, cool. High universal level, nice. When not accounting for any higher dimensions or time, large numbers of infinite 3D universes, unless casually closed from one another by a separate spacetime or existence, only count for a higher level of this tier. Being infinitely stronger than this level, unless uncountably so, does not qualify for any higher tier. Okay. Got the gist. Next, we have low 2C, universal level plus. Characters are objects whose power is uncountably infinitely greater than the prior tiers. Uncountably infinitely greater than the prior tiers. That is to say, they can significantly affect, create, and or destroy higher dimensional structures that exceed lesser objects by an uncountably infinite margin. An example of this is 4-dimensional space-time continuums. Okay, yeah. An example of this is 4-dimensional space-time continuums of universal size. But this can be generated to any 4-dimensional structure of similar scope. Wow. What do you mean, OL? Show how you got them on higher dimensional AP. I proved that he created an infinite space-time dimension, and I proved creation scales to you. I destroyed that argument. No, you didn't. Because he was saying it scales to the mana side. All right, so let me ask you this then. Because he was wrong about mana, right? But what do they call their magic in Black Clover, actually? I'm sorry, in 7 Deadly Sins. What do they call their energy? Do they just say magic? Okay, so, and is chaos a form or a different type of magic? Or is it a different energy altogether?
He's a contradiction.
Chaos is a contradiction.
So he's more so of a concept, not a actual entity. And as for magic, chaos is the one that created magic in the first place.
Oh, chaos birthed the magic system.
Yeah, he literally created the Lady of the Lake, the infinite magic source.
Okay. So is the Lady of the Lake where all of them draw their magic from?
No.
Okay, so
Lancelot absorbed that infinite dimension so he can draw that magic himself, but nobody else. Everybody else has their own magic, which is generated based on one's experience, personality, and so forth, and willpower or whatever.
Okay. You said Lancelot absorbed the lake. So he absorbed the Lady of the Lake and the magical lake, or are they? Because they're the same thing, right?
He
okay.
Like he absorbed the entire lake and the dimension that contained in his
Gotcha.
body.
Gotcha. Let me ask you this too: Is him absorbing that more closer to Kirby having a whole separate dimension in his tummy where he can just eat anything, or is it more like he absorbs it and now he is overflowing with infinite power and cannot be touched? Okay, the second one.
That's what happened. The magic flows throughout your entire body. Single hairs everywhere.
Right.
It's stored in pretty much your spiritual realm or mental realm. But the magic flows throughout your entire body.
Right. So when he absorbed the Lady of the Lake, how do we know that that infinite magic is flowing throughout his body? And then what would that, like, what are the implications of that? Because I don't know if they're like, yeah.
It's because without it, he's pretty much fodder. Now, he absorbed the lake when he was like a child, and he didn't have much magic. But now, ever since he absorbed the Lady of the Lake, he's now sin level.
Only sin level?
And he has been. It's the sin level is just 7 deadly sins. Like in Jolie, like he's around the same level as Bond.
All right. Okay, so that could cause some issues. So he absorbed an infinite lake and only got as strong as Bond?
Yeah, he's on current Bond level.
Interesting. Okay, so then is it because he can't let me ask you this. In Seven Deadly Sins, is it akin to like Bleach to where you can have stronger magical power? Could that be why he is not the strongest from absorbing the entirety of infinite magic? Because I would assume the person who absorbed infinite energy should be at least like top 5. But if he's Bond level and Bond is kind of
really,
no,
not really, because like Merlin from day one when she was born had infinite magical power.
Okay, so then Seven Deadly Sins is all right. So then their energy system is a little different than I might have thought it was. Then okay, interesting. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this requires some more looking into because I was thinking I was like hey, infinite magic. Then well. So are you saying then that would Merlin also qualify for universal tier then?
You can.
No, but does she?
Really like scaling like that because it will just be like season 1 is not uni, and then everybody's just cut.
Okay, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. All right, cool. I'm getting a good intuition for all this Seven Deadly Sins stuff. I like this. All right, where were we? All right, show how you got them higher dimensional. I proved that he created an infinite space-time dimension, right? And I proved creation scales to you. I destroyed that argument. No, you didn't. You're repeating what I debunked. LOL. See this? You just said chaos is contradiction, therefore scales nowhere, but that doesn't matter as this is an AP argument. Yeah, in chaos used magic. Yeah, okay. Yeah, in chaos used magic. He is the one who created magic. Creation to AP scaling is based on third law. Oh my God. This guy. He said it twice. He doubled down, bro. He doubled down. That's crazy. All right. Hold up. Don't forget the multiple Valley of Screams. Merlin has legit infinite magic, and she does not, and she's not the strongest at all. Infinite energy doesn't equal infinite power. Okay, I guess that's a good way to say it. Infinite energy is infinite resources, not infinite AP.
Really. Like
What part?
What's it called? It depends on how the power system works.
I agree.
So in Seven Deadly Sins, right? Obviously, magic power is the strength of the magic. So if she has an infinite amount of magic power or magic force, she has infinite power.
But I don't know.
So for Lancer to absorb that power, right?
Yeah.
His body would have to be durable enough to withstand it. Otherwise, he would go mad like all of the other humans that try to absorb the lake and die.
Gotcha. It's an interesting case. It's an interesting case because
It's sorry, continue.
no, yeah. I was just gonna say because Ursa says infinite energy isn't infinite. She says infinite energy is infinite resources, not infinite AP. And with that, I can kind of understand where it's come from, because if you're saying magical power is the strength of their magic, right? Let's say Merlin's magical power is at an 8, right? No matter how much magic she has, it can only still be as strong as an 8, versus if someone else had infinite magic power on a level 20, then we would start seeing those effects of having the infinite magic actually start doing something crazy. Because if Lancelot absorbed the Lady of the Lake and he only got as strong as Bond, that's kind of crazy. But it would make sense if infinite energy isn't infinite AP.
Well, it's not like Bond is weak.
Oh, no, of course not. Of course not. No disrespect to Bond. He's my GOAT within 7 Days Since, favorite character and all that stuff. But I'm saying, like, within the new stuff, is he still like top 5 in the where you are? Is he top 5?
Every one of the sins can potentially run by.
Okay. So they're all still relevant. You're saying?
Which is why the being who is we now know is Cat, who transcends life and death itself, the very concept. He absorbed chaos. Arthur did the foolish thing and absorbed the cancer within his body, not knowing that Cat would actually just be closer to chaos, because chaos is with Arthur for the most part. So he absorbed chaos, like pretty much 90% of him. And he is still scared of running the fade with the 7 deadly sins individual.
And so, like, none of the 7 deadly sins right now have infinite magic, right?
Merlin has an infinite amount of magic. We don't know about the other sins. We know Bond doesn't have that much magic.
Okay, so then, okay.
That doesn't really matter, because 7 deadly sins isn't all about magic. You can still basically as strong as a magic user. You can literally, Meliodas is more physicals, but yet he can one-tap each and every one of the sins.
Right. Okay, I got you. I think with the yeah.
So my argument for is that he has infinite durability, but he doesn't have the AP because he doesn't have a sacred treasure just yet.
Wait, Lancelot has infinite durability?
Weapon. Pardon?
He said, wait, Lancelot has infinite durability? Or who? Okay.
Because so of course in 7 deadly sins, like I said, right, you have to scale to the magic you're containing.
All right.
The magic that's in your body.
Real quick. We have to. All right. So you said that before. I just want to make sure. You said that before. Other humans have tried to absorb the entirety of the lake and failed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They keep drinking it, and they just gone insane and eventually die.
But their bodies didn't explode, or they weren't incinerated from the magic. Because I'm trying to figure out what the threshold is to hold, or it might even be more of a criteria thing. Because I don't know if having infinite magic, because it seems magic in 7 Deadly Sins is more metaphysical and ambiguous than I initially thought it was. That's what it's seeming like.
It kind of is, but it's also kind of like explained how it works in a sense, based on like showings. Like you could also use the Twigger feat, not Twigger feat, but the Twigger argument, where he tried to gain power by drinking the blood of a red demon, and he popped because he couldn't handle it.
So, but that could more so be magic potency though, and not magic amount. Like, and see, there's so many nuances to it now. You got me interested in 7 Deadly Sins now, shit.
But that's magic power.
Yeah.
So since the Lady of the Lake has infinite magic power, so for Lancelot to withstand that,
Well,
you have to be durable enough to withstand it as well.
well, hold up, real quick.
It's literally flowing out of his body.
She can't wait. Hold up. She can't have infinite magic power. She like. So wait. I want to make sure. Magic power is the strength of your the strength of your magic. Yes, magic power.
Yeah.
All right. So then she doesn't have infinite magic. Then she has infinite magic power, which means there is a limit to her magic.
Well, she also has an infinite amount of it.
Okay. So she has an infinite amount of magic and an infinite amount of magic power.
Yes.
Both of these things are stated within the series?
Yes. I showed it to you.
Okay, yeah, gotcha. I've been reading a lot. I might have missed that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let me see. An infinite store. In fact, this isn't water at all. It is magic force itself made visible by the sheer density of it. The lake is a massive storehouse of magic. I don't. That's kind of. I don't know. I don't know. We definitely got. It's an infinite store, which means resources, right? So that's infinite resources.
Yeah. So it has an infinite amount. Right.
Right. Okay.
There's
cool.
An infinite amount of it.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna drink it up. This entire damn lake. You fool! Are you trying to die? His thoughts are flowing in my head. It can't be. He wants to ingest me in my infinite magic force. That's simply impossible.
yeah. And then again.
You possess the great.
I for infinite magic.
Yeah, you possess the greatest of power.
Magic force within me.
And I store infinite magic force within me. Okay, so now we have to like narrow down the terminology. When referring to magic power, do they mean force, or is force now a pseudonym for power? Like, did the switch happen somewhere or something like that?
It means the same thing. they flip flop. They sometimes use magic power, and they sometimes also use magic force. But like the kanji used is literally the same. So you can. It's all based on the translation, the translators. I don't know. Translation.
Okay.
Also, if they wanted power.
Okay, gotcha. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, because Merlin's also stated to have infinite magic power, and also has an infinite amount of magic. It's been stated on 2 occasions. One with Zeldris, and the other one is with.
All right, so to me, this kind of almost like not breaks it, but I feel like, because wasn't Merlin like afraid of Galen when he first showed up and had to use perfect cube and stuff? He didn't have infinite magic. So explain that to me. Explain that stuff to me. Maybe that's what I'm missing.
He doesn't need infinite magic. He can just have infinite strength to combat infinite magic.
All right, but with infinite magic, can't you infinitely boost your stats? Or no?
Well, it depends on how they fight. If they fight like a mage, fight like a close quarters combat, like let's say Derriere. Then, if they want to, they can like infuse their physical body so that they can punch harder. But somebody who has infinite strength versus somebody who has infinite magic but finite strength, they'll still be able to cancel each other out, unless the other one is just significantly stronger. And Merlin is more of a mage than a boxer.
No, definitely facts. So the problem that I think
have the durability, but you won't be able to like use that in like a physical punch. She doesn't fight like that.
All right, so there are a few. How do I say? So like my concerns with this would be one that, all right, if Merlin has infinite magic and infinite magic power, and we're saying that creation scales to AP, normally this would normally, at least in this case, it would necessitate that it would also scale to durability as well. But then we're saying that Galen, who doesn't have infinite magic, may have infinite strength, and that's why he can hurt Merlin. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. If he had
what's contradicting?
Hey yo.
Contradicting it, so why contradict the
No. Listen, I'm just saying it's a lot going on with that, and if I'm to assume that Galen has infinite strength, that the scaling just gets a little weird. Everyone can't have infinite strength or infinite mana, or else no one would be able to hurt each other.
There's a hierarchy. There's higher levels of infinity, but you'll still be within the same tier.
Oh man,
somebody could be a few times stronger of infinity, and the other person who's just baseline infinity would still be weaker.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Even the tiers of infinity kind of don't be making for example, if you let's take you have 1, and then you have every possible number between 1 and 2, and then you get the 2, right? Now, logically, not even logically, intuitively, you would assume that because you're now at 2, that's greater than 1, so it must have infinitely more than 1. But I don't know if that really maps. And tell me if I'm wrong. I just don't know if that maps right, bro. Who came up with this stuff?
It does make sense.
It does make sense?
Because within 0 and 1, there is an infinite amount of fractions. And between 1 and 2, there is an infinite amount of fractions.
But
so 2 would be higher than 1.
But I don't believe you actually went higher. I believe the symbols changed, but infinity is still infinity. At the end of the day, no matter how far you keep going, right, you're still going to...
Because 2 would still be infinitely above 1. Because 1 only has 1 infinity between 0 and 1. But for 2, there's 2 infinities between 0 and 2.
See, that's I'm not saying I don't understand it. I think my issue is with the actual logic and presentation of it. Not saying you're wrong or it's wrong, because I definitely understand it, right? The higher the numbers go, the more infinities that will lie between the first number and the preceding numbers. I definitely get it. Yeah. I just don't think my mind accepts it. Type shit. And that's mainly why, bro, I kind of just I think it's cool to listen to. I'll watch a video on yours. Actually, I meant to watch your last video, but I didn't get a chance to watch it. We'll probably watch it on screen when I watch them caught. But yeah, I like tuning into stuff like that. But as far as me, actually do it, I'm nah, y'all got it. I'm good, bro. So, but all right, let me get back to it. I like picking your brain about this shit, bro, because this is the shit that you study. This is the shit that you go hard into. So it's always nice picking your brain about, all right, if she has infinite mana and he has infinite strength, is that a contradiction? It's not a contradiction. Abstract. You know what I mean? So that's dope. But all right, let's get back into it real quick. Where were we? I'll just start at the beginning. That doesn't take away from the feat of him creating the dimension. And if we want to go that route, I would say he is Outerversal following the character stats of profile tier for Outer, right? Yeah, but the feat doesn't scale anywhere. The space time is 4D, 5D, which would be 4D plus 1D, right? You said it's different. You didn't provide transcendence logic. He created a space time of infinite size. Oh my God, do I need to pull up the tiering system for you? All right. Oh, actually, I think we're a little bit more down than this stuff. Yeah, keep it. Yeah, I think we're a little bit more down. Let me see. Okay, yeah, right here. You just said the space-time is different. No, not really, as creation in this context is impossible. Hey, yo, what? All right. I'm just going to accept everything I read. No, not really. As creation in this context is impossible. That's hilarious, bro. All right. I'll pull up the tiering system for you since you don't know what 4D is. Buddy, what you have shown it. Yeah, shit's in it. Okay. On it seems you ignored the fact that in Seven Deadly Sins you scale to your creation, right? Yeah, that's the mana. That's the mana side, not chaos. All right, you already said it. Yeah, keep going down. I think we're a little bit further actually. Yeah, a little bit more, a little bit more. Yeah, okay, I read that. Yep. Okay. Show me how you got them on high Unity AP. I proved that he created infinite space-time dimension, and I proved creation scales to you. I destroyed that argument. No, you didn't. You're repeating what I debunked. See this? You just said chaos is contradiction, therefore scales nowhere, but that doesn't matter as this is an AP argument. Yeah, and chaos used magic. He is the one who created magic. Creation to AP scaling is based on third law. I already did LL. Space-time is 4D. Minato says, so not higher dimensional. And Ig says, no, it isn't, as AP is the energy output.
You want to see it?
I'm pretty familiar with versus things. See, but this is especially where my community, like, or the community I'm a part of, sorry, has like our biggest gripes with their definition, bro. Because AP being energy output ignores. It actually does ignore it. They put it on their website. Actually, it does ignore. Actually, click on it, bro. Click on it, yeah. Because I think they say it within the definition. They say something along the lines of, and we're aware this goes against the law of conservation of mass, but we do it anyway. Yeah, it's right there, actually. Okay. Yeah.
Here's destructive capacity and attack potency.
Mm-hmm. Destructive capacity is the term used to determine the amount of damage a character can produce. It is normally the deciding factor in versus matches along with speed. It is measured in units of energy. Attack potency, an alternative term for destructive capacity, which has more direct meaning. The destructive capacity that an attack is equivalent to. A character with a certain degree of attack potency does not necessarily need to cause destructive feats on that level, but can cause damage to characters that can withstand such forces. As such, it isn't proof of a low attack potency if a character's attack only causes a small amount of destruction. Right. We are aware that this technically violates the principle of conservation of energy, as it should logically disperse upon impact, but fiction generally tends to ignore this fact, so we overlook it as well. Right, yeah. Also, kindly remember that attack potency is the measure of destructive capacity of attack, and as such is measured via its energy damage equivalent. Hence, characters that destroy mountains or islands are not automatically mountain or island level, especially if they are small. The attack potency depends on the output, and the attack potency depends on the energy output of a single attack, not the area of effect of the attack. Yeah, so it's that part right there, and the fact that they ignore conservation of mass. So yeah, not the area of effect of the attack, meaning they think that an attack the size of a planet carries every bit of planetary energy. That's what they would believe. That's what they would have you believe. But we understand scientifically and logically that's not how energy dispersion works. That's not how energy dispersion works at all. We understand that.
Yeah, it depends.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. These things would have to be put to a finer point to get the concentration of energy that we're talking about to cause the type of damage that we're talking about. But it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Read this so you know what AP is. That's crazy. It doesn't follow the rules of energy scaling to you. Laugh my ass off. How so? Is he talking about the definition of AP?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Minato says, I'll go up just a tiny bit. Yeah. Your durability has to endure the reaction energy from the action energy. Your durability has to endure the reaction energy from the action. Therefore, it scales to your durability in normal scaling. This does not apply here. It's a hack spell. Stop right there. All right. Oh my God. Okay. So your durability has to endure the reaction energy from the action. Therefore, it scales to your durability in normal scaling. That is terrible logic. That is terrible, bro.
I was confused when I first read it. I was like, what do you mean?
I get what he's saying, but it's stupid as fuck. That's like saying me waving my arm. Me waving my arm, my body has to survive me waving my arm. This isn't external durability, though. That would still be an internal durability problem. He's talking about the energy created by doing something. That's what he's talking about here. Because he's talking about the energy from the action. Therefore, it scales to your durability. Yeah, so he's talking about internal stuff. Like, I swear to God, man. Anyways, That's argument for durability, that's an argument for durability, not AP. Try again, buddy. Then he says it's a hacks. Prove it. That means it's a hacks, buddy. Wait, that's an argument for durability, not AP. Try again. Go up. Let me see what he was saying was a hacks. Go up a little bit. Click on the it's a hacks LL. Click on that.
What?
Where he says when you say prove it and he says it's a hacks LOL. Click on that real quick.
He's talking about the creation part.
Okay, so the creation part is a hacks.
Talking
Okay.
about chaos creation is a hacks.
Okay. And the reason you're saying that wouldn't be true, number one, is because chaos scales or magic scales to the user, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's literally their AP.
Got you.
It's like scale to your kinetic energy.
Got you. All right. Prove energy output is a hack. Right. Okay. It's a hacks for the specific move.
Wow.
It's a hacks for the specific move. No, I get where he's coming from. It's just funny he said it, because it's like you can like the lack of self-awareness in this debate is astonishing, bro. Because several of the things he said do and can apply to Kaguya, but since he's scaling Kaguya, he'll never actually point those things out.
I pretty much mentioned that.
Yeah.
In this short debate.
That's beautiful.
You'll see it.
That's beautiful.
It's hilarious.
All right. No, it doesn't, buddy, as he didn't need hacks to output that much energy. You can't apply that and take it to his other AP. You can't prove that power he used when creating will scale to the other feats because you haven't scaled his stats to it. And chaos is a contradiction that is not constant. Yeah, I can, because we're not arguing durability. Laugh my ass off. The FPO logic makes no sense. How can what feat? AO feat? What does that say, bro?
How can an AP feat?
Okay, AP feat. Okay. How can an AP feat not be an AP feat because you think it doesn't scale to his durability when you know chaos is a logical contradiction? So it would be uni-hacks feat only when he creates a universe, because chaos is not constant, nor is energy. If he can output this much energy and can destroy everything with his power, why the fuck would it not scale? I'm sorry, yo. I read that, bro. Like I was writing it, and that's how like I would be. I'm like, if he can output this much energy and can destroy bro, come on. If he can output this much energy and destroy everything with his power, why the fuck would it not scale to his AP? AP is all that matters right now. We don't need to talk about speed. Hey, yo, I swear, bro. That was funny. I just embodied the energy of Ignil mid-conversation. I love it. Chaos is not energy. He doesn't need to be LOL. Are you slow, buddy? It doesn't follow rules of energy. Oh, it doesn't follow rules of energy of being constant like Newton's first. Yo, this guy. Yo. Okay. Now we're talking about the first law. It doesn't scale anywhere. It's unmeasurable, unscalable. It's hacks. Well, that doesn't matter because Newton's laws doesn't talk about AP, which is a fictional thing made for power scalers. Prove it's hacks. Prove it doesn't scale to AP. I already proved what AP is. You just in denial because you don't want chaos to have that AP. Like shit. It's not a constant thing that you scale. It's not something defined with a limit because it does not follow rules of being constant unless disturbed. Ig says, nothing you have said actually addresses my argument for AP. Excuse me. You changing the topic to Dora, which is a red herring fallacy. Yeah. He's pulling out all the stops. Red herring, smoke and mirrors, straw man arguments, the whole works, bro. What do you mean something? LOL. For you to take AP from that feat and apply it to others, the energy has to be constant. What do you mean constant? Unchanging. It has to be unchanging unless added to or disturbed to. Okay. Why would that?
So retarded.
Why would that be about? Like, I know what he's saying. No, he doesn't know how to frame his argument though. Yo, I'm sorry. This is hilarious because I know what he's saying, and I'm pretty sure you do too. But he doesn't know how to frame the argument, bro. Okay, because it could fluctuate randomly and not be defined. So one feat does not correlate to another feat. Yeah, he doesn't know how to actually like put it in terms. You do know characters in fiction run out of their energy, right? So are we going to say no character scales anywhere? That is energy that follows real world logic. This is chaos, which is a contradiction. You're making me repeat so much. Well, no, it does, as AP is just energy output. So if you can output infinite energy, then you can put infinite energy in any of your attacks. Fiction doesn't follow real world logic 100%. That would be appealing to reality if you think that. True. If it's contained in a logical mechanism, that is. Oh, wait. Okay, he was responding to that. If it's contained in a logical mechanism, that is. Ig says, so you don't actually have a proper argument for this feat. I showed and you already agreed based on my argument that creation does scale to you. Excuse me. Then he says, if it's contained in a logical mechanism, that is what is. Okay. You just can't track it all. I repeated so many times that chaos is not the regular magic. It's a contradiction. We needed a judge LOL. All right. Okay. So tell me again, what is chaos? Because he seems to keep harping on this point. What is chaos again? Explain it to me.
He's just a contradiction.
Okay.
A conceptual contradiction.
He's a conceptual contradiction. Does chaos have
actually exist?
Right. Okay. And chaos created magic.
Yeah.
Is chaos magic itself? I think I already asked this, but let me hear it again.
No, he's not magic itself. Because he's a contradiction.
Okay.
You can use magic, like pretty much anything subconscious can use magic, such as Meliodas' emotions, which is just abstract concepts. Yet you can still use this magic.
Gotcha.
Anybody can use it.
Scroll up for me a little bit, because I'm trying to understand as best as I can, just a little bit more. All right. You just can't track it all. I repeated so many times that chaos is not the regular magic. It's a contradiction. Okay, it's not the regular magic. It's a contradiction. And okay. Okay.
That doesn't actually refute him creating regular magic.
It doesn't. I'm trying to understand where. Because you're telling me chaos isn't magic, but he can use magic, and chaos is a contradiction. And all those things do fit because he is a contradiction. So I guess the question is, what is a contradiction? What is a contradiction? What is a contradiction, and where does it scale?
A contradiction, pretty much saying one thing, but then saying the opposite thing.
I mean, no, I got you.
Be true.
No, I got you. I mean, like in the realm of, I guess in the realm of power scaling, right? And I think you already put up the actual definition for it. I can't remember now because I've been reading so much. Like, what does being a contradiction put you outside the realm of AP and DC? Does it put you outside the realm of being attacked, harmed, or anything?
Well, no, nothing can be outside the realm of AP or DC because AP and DC is all about energy. Anything can produce any level of energy, even if you're a concept. In the DC universe, in comics, there are conceptual entities that can be scaled to multiversal or outerversal, depending on the concept.
But wouldn't that be the whole point of a contradiction, though, to go against what could be logically posited? Like, in
contradiction.
Say it again.
Said it depends on the contradiction.
Can chaos make anything a contradiction?
If I say a sword with infinite power versus a shield with infinite defense, if we were to put up against each other, which one would come out on top. But like, although both of them have infinite energy, just because it's a contradiction doesn't negate that they can produce infinite energy. Energy is not based on fiction for the most part.
Right. At that point, though, it would just be a stalemate, right? Because if it's infinite and infinite, then no progress is taking force at all. There is no motion, there is no force, there is no progress if it's infinite or infinite. Neither one would give an edge or budge. So,
Really, no,
yeah.
100%.
Say it again.
Like what something like that would actually, like what would actually happen?
You said we don't know what would happen.
Because because like if we say that the sword wins, then that would correct the infinite durability part. But if we were to say that the shield wins, then it would contradict the sword having infinite power.
Right. I'm taking them as both true. I take them as both true.
So if we take them as both, we don't necessarily know what would happen if nothing happens, or if they just both get obliterated, or we don't know what.
Okay. Can chaos?
It's like also saying that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's also like saying that a wall is white, like fully white, but also fully black at the same time.
Gotcha. Does chaos have power over contradictions? Or is it the ability itself a contradiction?
It can affect
Or the person.
concepts such as abstract concepts, which is what it imbued in humans so that they have emotions. And pretty much, he's also has like law manipulation. You see with Arthur rewriting reality on accident in the original story when he first got chaos.
Oh, okay. So chaos created the whole 70s world.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's what we're dealing with. Okay, now it's starting to make a lot more sense now. I thought this was yeah.
Sorry, continue.
I was saying it's starting to make a lot more sense now with that frame of work in mind now, because I was just like, all right, is this just a character that existed and it's infinite? Where did it come from? You know what I mean? But if chaos is the creation point for 7Ds, I can rationalize all this a little bit more.
Yeah, you could also argue that he created the multiverse, which if you want to use the games, which the games is confirmed to be canon, stated by the author, and a lot of shit that's happened in like the games into the manga as well.
Okay.
So you can quite literally use the games as a reliable source of information with how big the cosmology is for Seven Deadly Sins.
Gotcha. All right, let's get back to it. Where are we at? All right, so you don't actually have a proper argument for this feat. I showed and already agreed based on my argument that, yeah, that's right. I showed and you already agreed based on my feat, based on my argument that creation does scale to your AP, or I think that's what you were going to say. You just can't track it all. I repeated so many times. Okay, gotcha. That chaos is not the regular magic. It's a contradiction. We needed a judge, LOL. Yeah, and I refuted it so many times, LOL. You don't even know what AP is and how it works in fiction. Chaos made magic, so why does that matter? Buddy, for you to have defined AP, you would have to have a constant energy stored in you. Chaos is not constant energy. It's not stamina, it's not mana, it's not energy. Get it? No, that's you appealing to reality, which is a fallacy. Yeah, see, like the minute chaos becomes a contradiction, then all sensible rationale should go out the window, honestly. That's how AP works. People are not stamina, nor energy, nor mana, yet they scale to their magic and 7 deadly sins and have AP. They have these things, but they are not them themselves. They have regular measurable magic. No, not in fiction, nor in real life. Magic that doesn't change unless undisturbed. Wait, so if I create a universe, then lose my energy, am I still uni? Let's watch you crumble. This guy.
Terrible argument.
This guy. Imagine someone saying that's uni, and when you tell them it's not, they say that's appeal to reality. That's you. Bro, this is a red herring. I already addressed all your points, and you proved how you were wrong, lol. So again, you can't refute chaos created this space-time dimension and infinite size, and you can't refute that he can destroy it with his own power, and you can't refute that that this scales to his AP. I just did. You're coping so bad. Get another meta. This is easily debunked with one panel of it being a paradox. No, unless you replenish your energy. Okay, you're responding to his thing. No, unless you replenish your energy. Your argument is so retarded. It's like saying if Usain Bolt can run 30 kilometers per hour, he isn't that fast because when he runs out of stamina, he isn't 30 kilometers per hour fast anymore. L. And in the same way, if a boxer can punch with 60 kilograms of force but runs out of stamina, he can't punch force anymore. Therefore, his AP isn't 60. Facts. That was a great analogy too. You didn't. Okay, I just did. Okay, yeah. No, you didn't. As I just shit on that terrible debunk. Yeah, bro. I know you ain't a power scaler. Yeah. I said at the moment after I lost my energy. I said at the moment after I lost my energy. Never said replenishable energy either. Straw man so bad. And what even is the point of the sentence just to deflect all out? Let me again destroy your argument with one sentence. Chaos doesn't follow real world rules, so it's unscalable in general.
That's all of space in that. Literally like power scaling or battle shonen type fiction.
Yeah.
Then he gave real world rules.
Yeah.
No one should be light skinned fiction then.
Yeah, exactly. He's been all over the place. At least, like with you, you've been consistent. He's been all over the place with this stuff. He's using things
he's not tracking.
Yeah, he's using things he told you not to use. He's using things that he said are bad to use. He's come on, bro. All right. I told you no unless you replenish your energy. Like, bro, are you slow? Do you not know what you can run out of energy and you won't be as good as used to at any sport until you recover? Facts. So what do you say to this? And that's what he said. Let me destroy your argument again. Chaos doesn't follow real world rules. Right. Again, this is just a red herring, and I will take your concession since you can't refute this argument. So can you scale Naruto to this level? LOL. What red herring? That's the direct debunk to scaling chaos. Nor does fiction. Who the fuck cares? In the fictional universe of Seven Deadly Sins, it doesn't follow the logic. Get it? Oh, and by the way, if we use your logic, Naruto characters scale nowhere. So you can't say appeal to reality. Nor does Naruto, nor does Bleach, nor does One Piece, nor does Dragon Ball, nor does Ben 10, nor does DC, nor does Marvel Universe, etc., etc., etc. Like shit. If it doesn't even follow its own fictional universe rules too, it's completely unscalable, so easy to debunk, bro. Those follow their own universe's rules.
Or it makes the rules.
Mm-hmm.
It is the rules.
Right. Yeah, because it is above it, lol. We see chaos. Arthur accidentally destroy reality and recreate it on a whim. Wow. That's crazy. So yeah, Seven Deadly Sins is so fodder. It has to depend on a hacks Christian, not even destruction like TSO, which is not a hacks, by the way. He doesn't think TSO is a hacks. Again, I would have blocked him, bro.
Oh, bro.
I would have blocked him, bro. I was like, oh, okay. I see what we're dealing with.
Obliterating him, bro. I was like, I don't have time for this.
Like shit. So again, nothing you have said has debunked my AP argument with this one feat, and you so desperately coping and grasping at straws to try and refute a fact. Not gonna lie, we need a proper judge, cause you far too slow to understand that you ain't saying anything nor refuting or addressing my arguments. LOL, we need a judge, cause yeah, you're not even coping, just flat out denying things. Laugh my ass off. You didn't even prove that it's a hacks, plus you already agreed that chaos can destroy it, and that in 7DS, you scaled to your creation. By the way, ETS is a hacks. Which is why you dropped that point. Come on, bro. And let's not forget he already agreed to your initial. No. He agreed. What did he agree to? He agreed to the 70s being something, but whatever it was higher than what he got Naruto to. So it was over at that point anyway. Oh man, yeah,
it wasn't
bro.
easy though.
Yeah. Oh man, any regular judge would see this and laugh at you, bro, because you can't scale to save your life. LOL. Nor do you even know how AP works. So if you want to judge, we can look for neutral people. Yeah, retarded. I ain't wasting my time with a F-ranked power scaler. Have a good day and tell me if you find a judge. Also, I'll be making a video on this debate on my YouTube channel or do a live stream with my friend. Like shit. You asked me to debate. You asked me to debate you, so you find a judge. Fair enough. I'll find a judge, sure, and you'll lose terribly. I'll go back talking to other people in the server. Bye. I'm gonna post this on my account too. I want to see what people would say to this. Hello, I can see your bluff from your words. W, what's your YouTube? Oh, he has a YouTube channel. Does he? Does he have a channel, bro? Oh no, he's a TikTok. Oh, okay.
Nah, he has a TikTok channel.
Gotcha. I'm serious, not sarcastic. I'm gonna find a judge. Say less, bro. I'm a TikTok debater, and us in the new GC when you find a judge. Okay, what's your TikTok? I also have one. Did you perhaps find me via TikTok? Okay, cool. I've already debated you on YouTube comments once. You'll find me in your search Minato Tales, waiting for the next debate then. Oh, so you've interacted with this guy before.
I don't remember.
Gotcha. We have? Yeah, just DM me when you're ready. I'm saying that's how I found you, not trying to make a point. Oh, say less. All right. Is this you? Yeah. Oh wow, that's him. Let me hold on. Let me pull this guy up real quick. Let me see some of his content. Where we at? Minato Tales 1. Minato Tales 1. All right. 202 following, 9,539 subscribers. Wow. Okay. Oh, all he does is repost shit. He doesn't make content. That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't watch any.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Videos.
Yeah, and he got the nerve to say the #1 Naruto upscaler. You don't make any content, bro. Stop it. All right. Yeah, you got some good numbers. How long have you been at it? Shorter than you think. I bet. All you're doing is reposting. Yeah, I'm not going to. It's fine. Damn, say less. So like less than an hour. Less than a year. A bit past a year. W. Nice. At least y'all ended it off peacefully. I do respect that.
That's the loss.
Yeah.
So that was my debate. It's quite frustrating.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. I can imagine, B.
Never doing that again. Next time it's VC or VC to text. Ain't texting no more.
Yeah. Cause like, I'm not even lying to you, bro. I gotta protect my peace. Like, kind of like how you said, bro. Unless I'm making content out of your ass, we're not about to go back that long. And you say any type of wild shit. That's not happening. We ain't doing that. I've talked to crazy people before. Not again.
Yeah, I don't want to do that no more. Honestly,
I can imagine.
Debate.
Got you.
Decent judges.
Got you.
But there's actually a few things we saw besides the game that I want to play with you. Fun game. Me and my friend played it many times, just privately, and it's just it's amazing. The game that we didn't make it, but it's a fun game. Pretty much creating our own character.
Oh, okay, interesting. Creating your own character.
It's with a spinner wheel. So I added virtually every Bleach character. Literally every Naruto character, JJK, and 7 deadly suits on one wheel. And there's going to be other wheels for like power system, how strong it is, and then once we're done, we will compare that.
That sounds interesting. That sounds fun.
It's gonna be fun.
So-
Let's first get into the few topics that we said we were going to like have a short discussion.
Say it again.
So I said so. Let's first do the short discussion on the few topics that we wanted to like have a discussion on.
Oh yes. I think that was what we were scheduled to do. Was it? It was. Yeah, 7 deadly.
Commandments versus the Sternritter.
That's what it was. Yes.
The Demon King versus Ichibe, and I think it's Ichigo versus Meliodas.
Ichigo versus Meliodas. Okay, gotcha. All right.
So it was those three. So you want to do the Sternritters versus 10 Commandments one first? Let's see.
Yeah, we can start
It's
there.
just gonna be off the top of the dome. It's not gonna be too serious. It's gonna be chill. It's gonna be popping. On my notes, real quick. I worked on the matchups on my notes after I written the script. So let's go. Where you at? Where you hiding? Okay, got it. It's a big script. Jeez.
Got you.
Okay, so let's go to the first round. So the matchups are as follows: Meliodas versus Asphalt and Lily Barrow, Zeldris versus Uryu, Melaskla versus Giselle and Candice, Demon Gother versus Soul Kid Left Arm, Derriere versus Valkyrie, Dol Gulther versus Grimmy, Gloxinia versus Askin, Droll versus Bambietta, Galland versus Mindinas, and Lily Toto. You know, the big girl with pink hair and like the short stuff, Lolly.
Yeah.
Railroad versus Royd and Lloyd. Monspeed versus Basby.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
a total of 10 rounds.
Gotcha. All right. You said this was so. I'll let you start off since you actually have it in front of you, unless like you can share it to your screen. Then I can definitely see it as well.
I have it on my other phone.
Oh, other phone. Okay,
I
gotcha.
won't be able to share it. So
Oh, good. Yeah, we'll just go with the matchups that you said first. So yeah, what was our first one? Or if you want to start in
the
reverse.
first one was Meliodas versus Asphalt and Lily Barrow.
Meliodas.
And of course, this Meliodas is going to be when he was the leader of the 10 Commandments.
Okay. Meliodas, leader of the 10 Commandments. All right. Main abilities of Meliodas, aside from full counter and cloning himself.
He doesn't have cloning at this point because he doesn't have a sacred treasure. Only from his lost fame.
Okay. So you mean when he was like, not when he reassumed the position, but when he was like initially a demon, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back when he was up 3,000 years before the story starts.
Okay, but he does still have full counter.
Yeah.
Okay.
He still has full counter, vanish counter, all of his counter variants.
Okay. Can Meliodas reflect? Let me ask. Well, first off, what is magic exactly? What did they describe magic as?
Let me see so that you also can also see like the context in that. And I also need a reminder. So this is magic scent.
Okay. I'm gonna get my phone charged real quick.
No problem.
I just want to mile away. Yeah. Okay. Bag boy plugged in. Okay. Let me see what we're talking about. Do not switch, please. Okay. Were you talking about sending something?
Yeah, I sent it.
Okay, let me see. I see nothing just yet. Let me refresh.
Oh shit! No, my bad. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I sent it to the Minato person. My bad.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I'll need it. I'll send it. Oh shit. There you go.
Gotcha, nice.
Oh.
All right, magic is generated by will, thought, and experience. I'll crush anyone who tries to hurt Prince Tristan. All right. Will, thought. All right, magic is generated by will, thought, and experience. That's a little interesting. Okay. Does full counter work on? So he can do full counter on any type of attack, right?
Yeah. We've seen him also do it on physical.
Right.
Although it's supposed to be just magic according to King, but we have seen him do it on physical attacks.
Okay. And Meliodas is fighting, you said Ugram and Lille?
Hashfault and Lily Barrow.
Okay. Hashfault and Lille Bar. All right. So let's do this. What would you say? Because I feel like we're going to run into an issue where I kind of scale the Bleach characters low because that's kind of my style.
Oh, I can do the same thing.
Okay. Because honestly, it'll be
lower interpretation is.
Yeah, because I think it'll be a lot. Yeah, if we have them somewhat ballpark and then we kind of just argue off of like lore and stuff, that'll be like a lot easier for me to engage with it. So let me do this. If Lille shoots and he's using the x-axis, what do you think Meliodas does? He's in his sights. I just want to see how your brain processes this. He shoots at Meliodas. It goes right through his head, or does it go right through his head? What do you think?
Regardless of where he gets it, he will just regenerate.
Okay, cool. I agree. He would get hit the first time, but he would regenerate. Now my question is, I believe that Ugram's scales would take this as a fortunate thing for Meliodas. Him regenerating, that is. And it's kind of ambiguous to say what and what not as far as what the balance can / will affect. But I think
I would say it really depends. Has he shown anything of that caliber? we've never seen him really use it against somebody who can regenerate.
I agree.
Would he be able to do against like Valkyrie?
Oh, Gerard?
Who has the miracle? Yeah, Gerard, who has the miracle, who has a regeneration property.
Good point. Good point. Just testing the waters. Just seeing what you're gonna give me. Just see. I gotta see. You never know unless you know. You know. So okay, cool.
Yeah.
We can do that. We can do that. Let me ask you this. Do you think the balance would affect anything that Meliodas can do, whether that be regen, defense, attacks, or anything?
It all depends on if the balancer has actually shown anything of that level.
Okay. So
Because so far we've only really seen it work on like him taking damage. Like we haven't really seen it work much on like, I don't know, would it work if his soul leaves his body? Can his soul use his strength?
I'll say this: we've seen it work. As you said, when damage is applied to him, he can definitely reverse that, or he can dish out misfortune in the form of damage. But in the anime of Bleach, Thousand Year Blood War, at least too, we've seen him affect the womb that was created by Hikifune, and we have the instance what Song do. So at least in the womb instance, it was, oh my gosh, we're trapped, and then he's like, the scales will slowly start to tip in our favor, and it destroyed the entirety of the womb, right? Now I'm not saying this as a blanket thing for, okay, Yugrum can, debalance any misfortunate thing around him, not anything. But I'm kind of just seeing, what is there anything you would be comfortable saying he could, like, for example, Meliodas' weapon. Do you think it could affect that?
In what way?
Like if Meliodas were to clash swords with him and he's blocking with his shield, and the shield either gets destroyed or chipped or whatever, or his sword gets destroyed or chipped, can he dish out that misfortune onto Meliodas' weapon and through causality manipulation cause that to be destroyed maybe?
Have we seen it work like that?
I'm just saying. We haven't seen it. We've seen it affect
work on like inanimate objects per se. Like we've seen it work on you, like a living being.
No,
Like,
it worked on the tree.
Then he put his misfortune on his shield, or something like that.
Yeah. But the instance I'm talking about is when he used it on the womb, when they were all trapped in the royal palace.
Oh yeah. He did use it on that room. I'd say.
Because
I'd say it could break the sword, but then Meliodas just like creates a darkness sword out of it.
okay, all right. Darkness sword, I like that. Okay, cool. All right, so what do you got for Meliodas? Tell me what's happening next. So he was he survives a shot to the head. He goes for an attack on Yugrim. He breaks the sword. He gets a darkness sword. What's happening next?
What's happening next?
What's happening next?
It really depends on like whether or not it's like where they really scale to each other. But if I were to say, like, if we were to just say that they're equals, I'd say Meliodas breathes and then like their souls are gone.
You said, wait, say that again for me?
I said if we were to assume that they're equals, then Meliodas breathes and their souls are gone.
Okay, why would that happen?
Because of demon soul manipulation.
Demon soul manipulation?
Yeah.
Okay. What level of soul manipulation exactly are we dealing with here? What's the best we've seen it do to who?
So they, so they can pretty like depends on the level of the demon, I guess. Um, but some demons can like enchant a few words like in demon language, and then it extracts anyone's soul within a certain area, even if they're immortal. And the higher demons can literally just breathe and extract souls and eat them, and then destroy said soul and gaining their memories and magic.
So it sounds like we're talking about a Yami level feat, extracting souls.
Um, which Yami?
Yami Rialgo. Que suerte. That Yami. Lucky Yami. Because here's the thing.
I don't know which Yami that is.
A spot of number 10 Yami, where he used Gunzui in the middle of the city and extracted all the human souls. So here's the thing when we talk about soul manipulation, especially when it comes to Bleach. we're gonna be dealing with, and I hold this to be truth. We're gonna be dealing with the highest levels of soul manipulation because in Bleach we have physical stats and then we have spiritual stats, and they scale differently. They actually do scale differently. Like for example, take when Melascula pushed out Escanor's soul, right? And then she tried to eat it, but then was burned from the inside from the power of his soul, right? He showed no resistance to the manipulation of his soul being pushed out, but he could definitely survive it being eaten. We already have feats of people like Tatsuki simply resisting soul manipulation of that level. So this would tell me that as strong as Escanor is, his soul manipulation resistance is lower than his actual soul power, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because she could push it out despite being weaker than him, but still and yet she couldn't eat his soul because she was still weaker than him, if that makes sense. So I don't think like that would work in Naruto. That shit would work in Naruto. I'll give you that.
Well, the thing is like in Seven Deadly Sins, yeah, pretty much the logic of like Bleach, where you can just be more powerful than someone and you can resist it, does not apply.
Well, no, listen, real quick. I don't want to get this confused. I don't want to get this confused at all. Tatsuki was Tatsuki is not more powerful than Yami, Aizen, or anyone else. She's resisting soul-based attacks because her spiritual powers are just that strong. So when we get to the Quincy, who are immeasurably stronger than Tatsuki, they're not having any issues with their souls popping out of their bodies. That's not happening in Bleach.
I'd say it really depends on how strong their soul is per se. The souls in Seven Deadly Sins can also be argued to be one's physical.
You said they can argue to be what?
Pardon?
You said they can argue to be what?
1-to-1 with their physicals.
They can argue, so you can argue their souls 1-to-1 with their physicals.
Yeah, like Bleach.
Okay, so like here's the thing, right? I can give you that kind of, right? Because like I said, in the instance with Escanor, so let me ask you this: what separates Yami sucking out souls from Melascula pushing out Escanor's soul? What's different?
The only difference is that Escanor's a lot stronger.
Right.
His soul
but,
would also be a lot stronger.
But we would agree his soul would come out because his soul was pushed out by a weaker person.
Yeah.
Right.
That would
so
upscale the soul manipulation hat.
I'd see that might be a little jump first because we've already established that for Escanor outscales Melascula by a long shot. He one-shot, or he made Gallon run, but he didn't one-shot. He would have one-shot Gallon. But he outscales Melascula by a long shot. Yami outscales Tatsuki by a long shot. both of these characters that outscale the person that they're talking or in confrontation with. We have one instance where one soul was pushed out of their bodies. We have one instance where one tried to suck a soul out of their body, and she wasn't going for it. So what I'm saying is, the strength of the soul does matter, but the strength of your resistance also matters as well. I don't believe Escanor has a higher resistance than Tatsuki. I don't believe he has a higher resistance than any person with high Redeku in Bleach, because we understand that if she's resisting that on this level, it's not about her physicals at all. Not at all about her physicals. And the soul still being a 1-to-1, that might work in terms of its like potency, but as far as a resistance to it being manipulated, I don't know if we've seen that. Do we see any more instances like that in Seven Deadly Sins?
Like what again?
Yeah, do we see any more? Yeah, I'm talking about. So, like when Melaskila pushed out his soul, is there anyone else in the show that has something similar that was not going for it? Like, did they outright resist it, tank it, stop it, negate it with like their soul power, not anything else?
Their soul power.
Yeah, I'm saying like an inherent resistance against it. Because Tatsuki has an inherent resistance against soul manipulation. Hence why her soul wasn't removed from her body.
I guess Meliodas.
Okay, what happened?
Meliodas resisted Melaskila's soul manipulation for quite some time before it was taken out, but it was already like near death when that happened.
Okay, wait, so like was his soul coming out and he like sucked it back in, or?
Nah, it wasn't coming out.
Oh, it wasn't coming out.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. Meliodas near death is stronger than Escanor? Or does it have to do with willpower? Because it could be willpower. It could be willpower.
It really depends on which version of Escanor, but I would say that the one that I faced would be stronger than the one that was out near death, because he literally couldn't move.
Okay, so yeah, that's a little inconsistent for me. And so you're saying, and I haven't seen it in a while, so it's a little hard to actually hold up. Tatsuki doesn't have resistance; she just survived. I would argue due to plot. Yeah, hey Red. Sorry, let me just real quick. Hey, Red, you're dead wrong, bro. She does have resistance because she has awakened spiritual power. It's all going to be in the video though, so it's fine. Back to Ig. Okay, so I haven't seen that. I know what scene you're talking about too. It's like when he's getting jumped by all the 10 commandments. And I think she sneaks up behind him.
Yeah, the end.
Right? Isn't she like fucking with him or something like that? She like whispers something in his ear and then touches his back and stuff like that. Because I remember it in
No. She was not doing an incantation. Suck his soul out. Like he was resisting it. So she just went harder at sucking his soul. Pause.
No, you're good. All right, let's do this. What chapter is that? If you know. Do you know? I'm going to try and pull it up because that'll help.
It would be as...
Yo, you still there, bro?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, just make sure it went dead for a second. All right, let me do this. 7 days. Manga. Okay.
Then 170.
You said 170?
So 170. Hang on. Yeah, 176.
Got you.
Let me change my headphones real quick.
Alrighty then. Mm-hmm. 176.
Need the link?
Say it again for me.
Want me to send you the link?
Oh, please. That would help. Yeah. We can do that.
Nice. That's it.
Gotcha, bro. Gotcha. Cool. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Nice.
It's
nice,
on
nice.
It's on page 121.
All right, my man. 121. My computer don't fuck with me. Taking all this time to load. Come on, bro. Alright, fuck it. Let me pull it up on my phone. I wanted to avoid that, but it is what it is. Where's Discord at? Yeah, it's crazy. Alright, fucking finally. Okay. I hate slippery magic users like you. Yes. Galand. Oh wait, is this when the commandments first get awakened?
No, you're on 176.
Oh, I thought you said 121. Okay, let me go up.
No. 176, page 121.
Ah, okay. Let's do it. Cool. All right. Glad you're here, Gloxini. I think you could heal my wounds. Sure, but it'll mean I'll be all out of drop of life. Okay, she comes back.
You can see the number at the bottom of the page.
Gotcha. All right, let me deliver the final blow against Meliodas. You? Why? His little friends put me through hell. Don't you think it's only natural Meliodas should be held responsible for their mischief? Uh-oh, she's going to take his soul. But Bara, okay. All right, she's chanting. Ugh, oh my. You're resisting, but I am a master at manipulating the dead and souls. Okay, nice. Okay. Okay, so yes. So, interesting case here, because we have a full power Escanor. And so it might be...
We're not full power.
I mean, it was like, what, 10 o'clock in the morning? It was... Not 12. Yeah. I'll give you that. It's not like he's not the one. Yeah. He's not the one. But he's very clearly stronger than Galen and Melascula. But then we have a half-dead Meliodas. Now, the difference here is that she didn't use any spell for him being Escanor, if I remember correctly. She just touched his back. Or do you remember her using a spell?
She just touched his back.
Okay. And for Meliodas, she is opting not to get close and to use a spell. But Meliodas is, as she's saying, resisting. But he's half dead as well. So, this is interesting. That's interesting. I don't know if I really don't know what to do with that. I don't know but I also don't think this would affect Bleach at all either, because they have their own feats of soul resistance. And lower characters at that.
For the most part.
There's just more so soul damage.
Well, no. I'm strictly talking about when. So you gotta imagine, bro. If Yami is taking the souls out of thousands of people from miles away, it doesn't matter if they're humans or not, right? Because we're talking about the power of their souls and their spirits. And Tatsuki is not going for that, right? This speaks to the resistance to the entire verse. Even with this, with Meliodas resisting, he still loses his soul. I would argue that yeah.
The thing about that, is that Meliodas can summon souls from a different dimension that is infinite in size. A different space-time dimension.
That's summoning souls. That's not taking someone else's soul, though.
Yeah, but that's extracting souls from a different dimension.
Yeah, that's their problem, though. That had nothing to do with what's going on over here in Bleach. Her taking their souls, I don't know if that translates to taking Yugrim and Lele's soul.
Well, it really depends on if they can resist soul manipulation of that caliber.
And so, but like the caliber would be based on what exactly? Because we know the strength of the soul doesn't matter, right? Because Escanor's gets pushed out, yet his is strong.
Yeah.
Right.
Like your resistance for the most part isn't like, it's not really, like we've seen demons soul manipulation work on pretty much everybody.
In Seven Deadly Sins, soul manipulation didn't work on Tatsuki though. That's what I'm saying, bro. So if the soul manipulation works on everyone in Seven Deadly Sins, but the actual like destruction or eating of a soul, right? Listen, I'll give you the soul power if you want to do like the soul power 1-to-1 thing, yes. But as far as the manipulation, I would say they're coming up short. Because Meliodas is stronger. Say it again.
How so?
Yeah, because Meliodas is, even in this weakened state, he should be stronger than her. He should still be stronger than her, even in this weakened state. Yet his soul is coming up. Granted, he did resist it. But Escanor was absolutely stronger than her, and she had no problem pushing his soul out of his body. But when we go...
That just means that her relation works on someone of that caliber.
Of that caliber, I thought you said soul manipulation hasn't failed in this series.
Well, yeah, it hasn't.
Well, so then it's not about caliber then. It wouldn't be about caliber if it never failed.
Well, yeah, it wouldn't be, but like, when it comes down to like this cross-verse scaling, right?
Yeah.
Comparison, caliber has to play some sort of factor. So, okay, if I can extract souls from this universal being, what makes you think that soul manipulation of someone who's at town level?
Because when we're talking about soul manipulation within Bleach, they're two different stats entirely, and they have feats of resisting soul manipulation. If it works all the time, say it again.
Like, if the soul resistance is from someone who's town level, what makes you it would work on someone who's universal?
Because soul manipulation works on everybody in the series. That already disqualifies it for having any type of potency in my book, honestly.
But the potency that's been shown, what it's capable of affecting, right? We don't know if soul manipulation would work on, let's say, someone like the demon. Maybe
it should, based on what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, so like to figure out which one is better, potency and the amounts of people that they can affect would have to play the basis for which soul manipulation is better, because both of them is just extracting souls. Not sure about Bleach, but the demons can destroy souls and steal their magic and memories.
Right, after they've successfully manipulated them out of their bodies.
Yeah.
And this happens to everybody. Aside, well, so like, is Meliodas the only person who's shown resisting this? And are we still? And say again.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Meliodas is the only person shown resisting this, and everyone else, including stronger people that have had their souls manipulated, have not resisted this. Could it be that the resistance level is just lower than their actual power? Could that be the case?
Could that be the case? Well, yeah, because like resistance and power are not really linked. Like you can be universal and still take damage from like room temperature. Well,
I agree. So then, with that being said, yeah. So
depending if how low your temperature is.
Got you.
Resistance scaling and power scaling is somewhat different.
Got you. So then because I'm looking at this again. Wait, at the moment, the Ten Minutes had no idea there was an intruder among them. No, that's too far down. And hold up, it'll be a piece of cake extracting your soul. You can't even move.
And you're also able to extract bond soul who has infinite life energy.
Yeah, see what I'm trying to tell you, bro. Like physical stats don't really mean nothing to soul manipulation. Unless it's actually shown to be the case, which is why Escanor soul was extracted.
But like your physical and spiritual, physical and magical are still the same.
If they were the same, her hacks wouldn't work on them.
It would work. It's just that they don't really have a high resistance enough.
Well, hold up.
Or
hold up.
A stronger than.
Hold up. You said their physical, spiritual stats would be the same, right?
Yeah.
All right. If their spiritual stats are the same as their physical stats, and Escanor's spiritual or magic power. I'm sorry. Yeah, if his physical stats are the same as his magical stats, then her putting her hand on his back and forcing what I don't know how the interaction's happening. I don't know if she's like putting mana into him and pushing this all out, but that interaction wouldn't happen. Whatever spell she's doing that's manipulating his soul, Meliodas that is, it wouldn't be possible if it's scaled accordingly, like a 1-to-1, like really 1-to-1 with each other. I don't see how it would be possible. It wouldn't really make too much sense to me.
Because it's a hat, it's not a power thing.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not a power thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a power thing. I'm just saying that when it comes down to cross-verse comparisons, you would have to bring again how strong can they soul extract a being? Like if you were to put like I don't know, any Bleach character against any demon, what has the opposite side shown to resist soul extraction? So in this case, what has and Lily Barrow shown to resist soul extraction on any degree? Like, do they have any resistance feats of that? Because bringing up another character who's weaker than them doesn't necessarily that Hoshford and Lily Barrow would be able to do the same thing. That would be more so a association policy. Resistance and power is not always 1-to-1.
All right. I want to make sure. Are we to say that Tatsuki has a higher level of spiritual resistance than you, Grum, and Lele? Is that what's being put forth?
Not spiritual resistance, soul extraction.
No, that
Spiritual is
they're one and the same, my good brother.
they're not really one of the same because like soul leapers don't extract souls from like people. They can like send them into the afterlife, but that isn't the same as extracting one's soul.
The
You
Soul
can
Reapers
damage
don't
your
need to
soul.
extract souls.
Pardon?
The Soul Reapers don't need to extract souls.
Yeah, but I'm saying that they don't. It's not in their arsenal.
I agree.
That's not the same. It's not the same.
No, I agree. I don't know what that has to do with
Mm.
Lille and them though.
Yeah, if they haven't shown any resistance of that caliber, then why are we going to say that they have such resistance? It's like giving Naruto characters spiritual damage when they've never shown to be able to do such a thing.
I wouldn't say that. We understand that Reiatsu is a power system. We understand that Reiatsu number one is a universal power system, right? Like when you get it, it scales. Yeah, so it would scale with, and I covered this in the video too. So when we have people within the same power system, like literally within the same power system, not like how Naruto does it and all that other stuff. We have people that scale to their energy, doing feats like Tatsuki resisting something. We don't need to see every other character resist X thing because we know, okay, if they're stronger than her, they don't need to have their souls popped out of their bodies to know that they can survive soul manipulation because they're way stronger than her on a spiritual level and a physical level. We wouldn't need to see feats of yeah.
But again, that would be an association policy. Because, again, they can be like spiritually stronger than her. Let's say like in terms of like the spiritual physical sense, like they could hit harder, be faster, be more durable, but that doesn't it doesn't necessarily mean that they'll be able to resist something.
It does because her resistance is based on how much spiritual power she has, and they have way more than her. They eclipse her several times over.
That's not always the case.
What's not always the case? That a Sternritter eclipses one of Ichigo's friends? That's not always the case?
No. What's not always the case is having higher spiritual pressure, meaning you can overpower a hat with just like single spiritual pressure or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not saying she overpowered anything.
Yeah, so like if she's resisting it,
there you go.
Right, without flexing or spiritual pressure or however she resisted it, that doesn't necessarily mean that
stronger
than her can be physically.
All right. So Ig, I don't wanna get into a debate just to debate thing. Do you really believe this, or are you trying to debate? Because I'm trying to make sure now.
No, I really believe it. It's what I use for all my skates.
Okay. So
I don't believe.
So in
necessary skill to resistance.
Say it again.
Unless I said I don't believe that stats necessarily scales to your resistance.
So what allows Tatsuki to resist Gonzui?
I don't know. How did she resist it? Was she just not affected?
Oh no, she was definitely affected. Her soul just didn't pop out her body. Let me ask you this.
She was affected.
Yeah, she was affected. You know who else was affected too, just not to a higher degree? Chad and Orihime, because they were also in the vicinity. But they had a less, they were impacted less because their spiritual powers are stronger.
So she resisted it because of her spiritual power?
There you go.
So is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been saying the whole time.
I didn't know how if it was just her flexing or whatever. But if power is the basis for Bleach, then what makes you think that someone who on that level, or not even someone who's able to affect people on that level, wouldn't be able to do the same thing for those same people for Bleach?
Well, because we already established in Seven Deadly Sins that no one has. Well, we've already established in Seven Deadly Sins for the most part, aside from this instance with Meliodas, spiritual manipulation is, as far as resistance to spiritual manipulation, it's pretty much non-existent, right? But we did establish that Escanor, his soul is strong enough to not be eaten. So that speaks to the power, and you've already agreed that power doesn't insinuate resistance, which I do agree with too. What we have on the Bleach side is power and resistance, because Tatsuki resisted the Gonzui, but then we also know stronger people than Tatsuki can't get soul crushed by people stronger than by stronger people. We know they can't get soul crushed, right? We know physical hollows, like actual hollows, can be soul crushed. We know we know Aizen can like intimidate, soul crush Grimmjow and all this other stuff. So in Bleach, we understand we have both of these things working in tandem: spiritual resistance and spiritual power. Within Seven Deadly Sins, we've only seen the spiritual power aspect. Apparently, soul resistance has yet to be felled in Seven Deadly Sins. So what I'm saying is basically, it's not really a matter of stronger or weaker. We've seen your souls pop out immediately, aside from this one instance with Meliodas resisting. And even her saying, oh, he's resisting, honestly, that could just be, I mean, I'm not even going to do that. It's fine, it's fine. But yeah.
So would you say that Hirschfeld and Lunibaro would just not be affected?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I don't see why they would be affected. I don't see why they would be affected.
So even if they're like equal power,
if definitely, yeah, because you gotta understand, it's twofold, right? It's twofold. Equal power physically doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I was being charitable with the Escanor 1-to-1 thing, right? I can agree his soul has power, right? But I do not fully believe Escanor's soul can cause as much damage and destruction as his physical body. I don't believe that, but I'll I'm being, in the spirit of debating, I don't mind, right? So with that, it's like, all right, when we're talking about Bleach, you can't just be physically powerful. If you're going to use a spiritual attack, that spiritual attack has to have some power behind it, right? Because we're talking about your spiritual defenses now, not your physical defenses. The reason why Tatsuki's soul wasn't sucked out was because her spiritual defenses were high enough to protect her from it being instantly sucked out. Did she get affected by it? Yes. Was she winded? Yes. But that just means she had enough to survive it. Stronger people would not be fazed by Gonzui. Just like Ukiyoda was right next to Yami, and he wasn't fazed by Gonzui. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I would say he wouldn't be affected.
So would you also say that if he were to eat their souls, let's just say that he was able to extract them, would he not be able to destroy their souls?
So it's actually funny because there's actually a feat of Ishin's soul doing combat with White. That's even tough to say because, right, we understand you have the physical body, then you have the Konpaku, then you would have the Tamash, or the actual soul of the thing, right? So yeah. That's tough to say, bro. That one's tough to say, and I think we could only speculate as to how that would even interact. Because, like I said, Ishin does have a feat of when he's saving Masaki, he's fighting Hollow White in her soul, inner world place. So it's kind of hard to say. I don't know if I can make a judgment on that.
More the mental psyche. They're already souls.
Normally, but Kisuke says, I'm going to bind your souls together. That's what he says. And that's the process to saving Masaki. He had to bind their souls together, so that there would be a balance of Soul Reaper and Hollow within her Soul Reaper and within her Quincy powers basically. Becca, hey sweetness,
Hello.
how are you?
Who's in talk?
Nice.
Hi.
I see.
I'm on
Are
live.
you on a call?
I'm on live. Oh, he's on Discord.
Yo,
What's up, bro?
your boy Ignil,
Ignil says hi.
the one and only.
Hello.
She said hello.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
Right.
enough. I could grant that. So they have higher soul resistance, soul manipulation resistance by default. So yeah, I guess technically the only thing he really does have is his counter abilities.
I agree.
And probably his other demon race.
I agree.
Which I put down.
So let me ask you this, because I like this I like this part of the conversation. So with Meliodas getting like shot in the head by Lille's first X-axis, and then him having his weapon probably destroyed by the balance due to misfortune and stuff, right? Do you think there's a scenario? Because I actually believe this could actually be a possibility. I believe that Meliodas might get... See, but it's hard to... How do you think X-axis in full counter would work? Do you think he would be able to negate it, or is the X-axis penetrating everything within between the muzzle? How you doing, Yoni? How you doing, bro?
The thing is that I'd say it's most likely it would just get reflected.
I'm not mad at that.
We've seen-
I'm not mad at that.
We've seen full counter reflect things that had no physical presence.
Okay.
Like King's Disaster, which can just reverse a action pretty much. So he can pretty much he can reverse something or amplify something. So if I were to like cut and you get like, I don't know, like a paper cut on your cheek. But you hearing?
Yeah, sorry, man. Bro, damn it. Let's put this on pause. Let's put a pin right here, bro. Put a pin right here. Meliodas versus Lille and Yugum. All right, we're gonna come back to this. Got you, Brody. Okay, got you, bro. Hey, bro, this was fun. We're definitely gonna do this again. I like this. 7 Deadly Sins versus Commandments.
No, Dylan, finish.
No, it's fine. Let me do this. I got you.
No problem.
Got you, Brody. All right, hey, Stream, y'all have a good night. Yonin, thank you for popping up, bro. Rev, thank you for staying with us. Who else is here? Ursa, Red, appreciate you guys. Hey, bro, what are you doing tomorrow, actually? Because tomorrow's going to be... Okay, all right, me and you might convene Wednesday. I want to do, tomorrow I'm going to be talking about scaling on my channel. And getting ready for Boruto stuff, all right? But hey, no, fuck that. We might be able to fit it in tomorrow. We'll see. I'll let you know. It depends on how the stream goes.
Yeah.
Got you.
Just let me know in DMs if we can continue this discussion.
Definitely, bro. Definitely.
And try out that game.
Got you, bro. Definitely. You can do all that. All right, take it easy, Ig.
Cheers, mate.
Yes, sir. All right, where we at? All right, y'all, that was fun. Boy, oh boy, that was actually fun. His debate style is it's cool. I like it. I thought we were both pretty on point. Thought we were both pretty charitable. He had some good arguments. I thought I had some good arguments. Yikes. Yeah, he had some good arguments. I thought I had some good arguments. reflection versus x-axis, that'll be interesting to cover. Because on one hand, I do agree with him. I do believe like full counter, if Meliodas could like aim block it or aim dodge it or whatever, he might be able to reflect it. But then the other part of me is like, well, the impact of the shot would still go through, but it would also be reflected. I don't know, man. It's tough. I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. But yeah, that's interesting. But even then, Lille, I don't know why he did a 2v1 either. He might have been overestimating Meliodas. But he did a 2v1. I'm going to take it. But even then, we have Zilliel and Ugrim's holy form, which I hope we get to see, / the Almighty.